The richest women in the United States in 2022. When we talk about the wealthiest people in the world, we would only see the men who rock the world with their billions. But there are other people who take pride in their billions. We just don't talk about them as much. These are the women who also lay in wealth. Girl bosses, or lady bosses as they say. Striving in a world full of successful men can be a struggle. But these women are built differently, and they are able to thrive and even outstand others. Today, we bring you the top 5 richest women in the United States in 2022. But before we do so, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest in the luxury world. At Luxury Mindset, we bring you all luxurious information ranging from items, cars, houses, places, and even people who bathe in luxury. Not only that, but we also give you pretty much the amount you would need to purchase any of these luxurious stuff. So, if you're interested in the rich, or becoming rich, or even dream of lying in a mattress of gold or dollar bills, click the notification bell to keep yourself updated on this channel. Going 5th on the list, we have Miriam Alon, who has a net worth of $31 billion. No wonder she is the richest Israeli on the list. You might be starting to formulate questions in your head. Where does she get her money from? How is she very wealthy? A little background about her. She was born in Tel Aviv, and her parents migrated to Poland. She served mandatory army service as a medical officer at Ness Ziona after attending the Hebrew Reali School. She earned a medical degree from Tel Aviv University's Sackler Medical School. She had 2 children with her then-husband, Ariel Oxhorn, who is also a physician. Unfortunately, they got divorced, but that divorce opened a new door for her. She met Sheldon Adelson and got married in 1991. In 1993, she founded a substance abuse center and research center and opened Dr. Miriam and Sheldon G. Adelson's research clinic in Las Vegas in 2000. While her father had a great interest in political parties, she does have the same strong interest. She even got awarded by then-President Donald Trump the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So, apart from her medical career, where does she get her money from? Well, she probably got it from one of you, especially if you're a huge fan of making reckless bets and putting your money in the palm of your luck. Her late husband was the CEO and chairman of a casino company called Las Vegas Sands. He left her with nearly 399 million shares of Sands, or approximately 52.2% of the entire casino organization. Dr. Miriam now manages over half of Las Vegas Sands' shares. Basically, every time you gamble, she wins. Whether you win or lose, she wins. Talking about wealth, our number 4 is Jacqueline Mars, an American heiress and an investor with a net worth of $33 billion. Mars got married and divorced twice. In her first marriage with David Badger, they had 3 children: Alexandra Badger, Stephen Badger, and Krista Badger. Her second marriage was with Harold Hank Vogel. Apart from being an investor, she is many people's savior. No, not directly for sure, but her company is. Remember the last time you made a mistake by forgetting your anniversary, or Mother's Day, or Father's Day? Yeah, you probably ran to the nearest supermarket to grab yourself some M&M chocolates. Yep, that is one of Mars Inc.'s products. They also produce Mars bars, Milky Way bars, Skittles, Snickers, and Twix. If you have a sweet tooth, you'd surely thank Mars Inc. for its products. Just be sure to brush your teeth after eating. You might hate them once you get a bad toothache. If humans love chocolates, dogs are not allowed to eat them. But Mars Inc., being a manufacturer of candies and chocolates, produces dog food. Ever heard of Pedigree? Yep, that's also theirs, and Mars is an inheritor of that too. No wonder Jacqueline Mars has wealth in her and even coming. Oh, how nice would it be to wake up one day and know you would be inheriting something. Not just any company, but a very big one. Mars doesn't only rely on Mars Inc. She also does investments. She and her brother John don't actively manage the company at the moment. Mars also has eyes on equestrian. Thus, Mars Inc. raises and trains horses for competitions. Horse races are not only cool, but they are also expensive. But what can a billionaire not spend on if they are into it? Third on the list, we welcome Julia Koch with a net worth of $53 billion and the 24th richest billionaire in the world. She was born in 1962 and spent her time in Iowa farming and at her parents' furniture shop. She met her late husband on a blind date back in 1991. Quite a way of meeting your husband, especially back at that time. Just like any other blind date, it was not the best, but I guess fate was on their side, and things worked after they met again at a party a year later. In 1996, they tied the knot and lived in an apartment on 5th Avenue. A couple of years later, they moved into the renowned luxurious 740 Park Avenue. When I say renowned, I mean it in a way that it's written in books, and some documentaries about the significant residential area have been brought to life. The residents in this area are no ordinary people, but extremely wealthy ones like the richest man in Egypt, Nassif Sawiris, John D. Rockefeller, and even the French government made a purchase there. Julia and her 3 children, David Jr., Mary Julia, and John Mark, were left with 42% of Koch Industries upon David Koch's death. He was the 7th wealthiest person in his years with a net worth of $53.5 billion. Because of that, Julia took over most of her late husband's endeavors, such as becoming one of the board of directors at Koch Industries, making her one of the richest women in America. It's not anything surprising, given that Koch Industries has a yearly revenue of $115 billion and is America's second largest company by revenue. The company doesn't rely on oil, but they focus on company acquisitions and expansions. Examples of these acquisitions are their purchase of the $22.5 billion paper manufacturing and distributor Georgia-Pacific, and the $7.5 billion Molex, an electrical components manufacturer. Apart from running the business she currently holds, she also makes time for the David H. Koch Foundation, which supports various causes in the whole world, such as science and medical research, education, the arts, and so much more. I guess she lives by the saying, the more you give, the more you receive. Second on the list, we have the 28th richest billionaire on the world, Mackenzie Scott, with a net worth of $62.2 billion. You probably heard of her with a different surname. Yep, you're right, it's her. She was formerly known as Mackenzie Bezos after marrying the then richest person in the world, Jeff Bezos. Before she married Bezos in 1993, she was into writing. Her career started after she studied for her degree in English at Princeton University under the Nobel laureate Toni Morrison. But her interest in writing started way too early, as she started writing at the age of 6. That's probably at the same age when you were still asking your mom why you needed to write when all you wanted was to play. Her career in literature isn't the main reason for her billions now. Although, she had published novels. She had her debut in writing with a novel called Testing of Luther Albright in 2005, winning her the American Book Award. It was in 2013 when she published her second book. Upon her marriage with Bezos, they moved to Seattle and started Amazon. She didn't just sit down and let the magic happen. She worked as hard as Bezos. She was one of the first employees Amazon had. She worked on the company's business plan, accounts, and shipments. She even did negotiations for the company's first freight contracts. Things went well with Amazon. It's now very huge, as we all know, but their marriage, unfortunately, did not work. Upon their divorce, Bezos transferred 25% of his Amazon stocks to her, leaving her with $35.6 billion. Now she's one of the wealthiest people on Earth, plus the second richest woman in America. Not to discredit Bezos' hard work, but she did so much as well. After their divorce, Scott focuses on herself and her wealth. Just like most billionaires, she spends a lot of her wealth on philanthropic causes. She pledges to the campaign that Bill Gates and Warren Buffett started, which makes extremely wealthy people donate much of their wealth to those who are in need and other charitable causes. Although she spent $2.8 billion already last 2020, her billions are still unwavering. And first on the list with a whopping net worth of $66.4 billion, Alice Walton. Not only is she the richest woman in America, but she is also the 19th richest billionaire in the world. Walton was born in 1949 in Newport, Arkansas. She has 3 brothers, Rob, John, and Jim. Her father is Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart back in 1962. Decades passed and Walmart grew bigger and bigger until its revenue of $540 billion makes it the largest company that it is now. She surely does have so much to inherit. By large, I mean 500 stores in 27 countries in the whole world, with employees that are about 2.2 million individuals. Walmart has more or less 220 million customers weekly. Yes, massive is an understatement. Since she is an inheritor, she owns and controls a large amount of that shopping empire. Although she owns a huge part of that empire, she chose a life out of her passion. Walton worked as an equity analyst, money manager, and broker at multiple reputable financial institutions before she founded an investment bank, wherein she works as the president, chairwoman, and CEO of that investment bank. Wow, too many titles in one frame. You must never really underestimate a woman's abilities. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. Her company closed down, and she went to live on a ranch in Texas and took care of horses. What a shift, yeah? From paper signatories to horse ways. Despite her great love for horses, her stay at the ranch was temporary. She sold the ranch in 2015 and moved to Fort Worth. There, she became an art enthusiast by spending her time curating art at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. You can definitely do anything when money is not a problem. And those are the women who are not talked about as much as they should be. I'd personally not call these successes a form of luck, but rather a form of hard work, perseverance, and consistency. These women are so much more than their billions for sure. I know many of you are already wondering what it feels like to have these billions. If you have billions under your name, how would you spend it? Leave your answers below in the comment box. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell and the like button to keep yourself updated on the latest in the luxury world here at Luxury Mindset. That's it for this video. If you like this video, we got more coming. See you in the next one.